Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, this is Second's Diary. I make simple sewing tutorials. Today's video we're going to make this kimono. It's a drawstring, side ruching, however you want to call it. It just goes up and down by the side. I've made kimono videos on my channel before, so you can check that out if you think I've missed out on anything. But it's mainly because of the ruching, that's why I'm making this video. So for your fabric, you're going to need the length times 2. So whatever length you want your kimono to be, multiply that by 2 and then add 2 to 4 inches for in allowance. And then you fold the length, fold it in half like that, and then you fold it. I'm going to be using Ankara for mine. You can use whatever fabric you like, and then you fold it again like so. I'm going to measure where I want my sleeve to be, from the nape of my neck to my sleeve, and then from there you're going to measure how big you want your armhole to be. My armhole I usually use about 13 inches for kimono because I like it nice and wide, and then quarter of your hip measurement plus 3 to 5 inches depending how baggy you want your kimono, and just do a freestyle curve around the armhole area, and that's that side done. So is your hip measurement plus 3 to 5 inches, and that's the measurement for the side, and there you have it. And then for the neckline, I'm using 3 inches. You can use 3 to 4 inches. And then the back, I will do the back neckline first, the back neck depth, and I'm using 1.5 because I'm still gonna attach another fabric, as you'll see as we go along. So it's 1.5 depth, and then you cut that out. As you can see, everything is freestyled. I'm not using any equipment, no curved ruler, nothing, just to show you how straightforward it can be. And for my neck depth for the front, I'm just using that just for demonstration purpose, but I use 8 inches, so you can use 8 inches downwards for the front neck depth before you split it in 2. So you cut that out like so, and then you split the front in 2. Okay, and there we have it. That's our kimono, and that's what it will look like once you're done. And you're going to measure round the front, so around the neckline down to the front. So you can see that I'm just showing an illustration. That would be like your fabric, and then we're going to use that, to hem around the front. So make sure you measure all the way around so you know how much fabric you're going to need. You can watch my previous kimono video, but this is very straightforward. Sew down the sides like that, and you have your kimono. So I'm just showing you on the fabric now. As you can see, I went down by 14 inches, and that's going to be my armhole. It could be between 10, depends how big you are or how wide you want your armhole to be. And then I'm going marking my hip measurement plus 3 inches, and I'm just marking that all the way down. It's going to all be the same size, and the length of my kimono just over there. This is the length plus the hemming allowance. Okay, I'm just going to make that mark all the way down, so as you can see, and then do the curve. Make sure you do this on the wrong side of your fabric. And I'm doing my neckline. I'm using 4 inches for the neck width, and then for the back neck depth, I'm using 1.5. If you're smaller, then use about 3 inches. Okay, so I'm just cutting out my fabric, and I'm just notching the shoulders, and then I'm going to notch the middle as well, just to know where we are with things. And I'm just going to open my fabric up and find the front. I made the markings on the right side of my fabric because the chalk that I'm using comes off easily. Once I iron it, it just comes off. So, but if you're using something that doesn't easily come off, then make sure you do this on the wrong side of your fabric. And I'm just going down by 8 inches like so, and I'll connect that to my neck width. So we're doing the front. So that's 8 inches, connect it, cut it out like we did previously on the paper, and then split it open at the front. Yeah, that's that. Okay, if you're new here, I did learn how to sew. It's mostly self-taught, and then watching other people do it. So I'm not a professional in any form or shape. So we've done the sides. Now we're just going to attach the strap. I've made my strap, and I've also added in interface to make it a bit more solid. But if you don't have interface, you could just use the fabric like that, but it just gives it more structure with the interface. So I've ironed my interface on the strap off camera. So at the sides where you sew your kimono, you leave about 1 inch fabric like that, and that 1 inch fabric you're going to sew it down because that's where your drawstring would go in. But in this video, what I did with the string is that I made a one long string. When you're doing yours, just make it 2 separate strings. You'll see what I'm saying will make sense in a minute once you see what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to determine where I want my string to start and where I want it to start. So I'm just cutting out my string by 1 inch width. Can you see I joined mine? Don't join yours when you're doing yours. Don't join it. Just do 2 separate strings for each side. So 2 strings for each side of the kimono, and then just insert it after making the casing. Leave about 1 inch gap just before the end of the kimono, and then insert it to wherever you want it to stop, and then just sew on top of the string whilst it's in the casing. I hope that makes sense. But what I did for mine was insert the string and then make a little hole at the top of where I want the string to stop. Can you see? I made a hole in the casing like that, on the casing, and then pull it through, and then made another and then pull it down. But I think it's better if you just make 2 strings and insert it on 2 sides and just sew it down at the top. I hope that explanation makes sense. I think it'll be easier that way to save you from cutting your fabric and making a mess. So when I did this, I realized where I inserted the string, it was a bit too low. It's not enough ruching for me. So you determine how much ruching you want, and then follow that. But I will later on went back and do it again. So I'm attaching my not strap, the collar. Okay, see, I folded it like that. So I've attached one side, and I'm attaching the other side. If you watch my other kimono video, you understand this bit. Like I said, this video is to mainly focus on the drawstring, and also if you already know how to make a kimono, sometimes you don't want to watch a video where you're showing too much details. You just want to get to the point. So yeah, that's our kimono done. Really, that's most of the work done. It's simple, it's very easy to do. I hope you do try it. Let me know in the comments if you try it. If it's clear enough, let me know. If there's anything you'd like me to elaborate on, or if there's anything else you'd like to see me make, then let me know in the comment section below. Thank you all for always supporting, and please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share my video. I really appreciate all the support. It means a lot. You take care, and trust me, you can do it. If I can do this, you can too. Take care and have a good week.